Hello everyone, welcome to This Week in Rewards right here on the Rewards Canada YouTube channel and on the Rewards Canada podcast. This week we're actually covering 2 weeks worth of a loyalty program, credit card and travel news, as we didn't have an episode last week. I hope that you guys all actually had a great Christmas, New Year's and holiday break and are ready to get going and looking forward to what 2024 has in store. As always, be sure to hit that like button for this video, subscribe to our channel so that you get the latest and greatest in a loyalty program and credit card and travel news, tips, tricks, bonuses, and much more. For this week, the biggest thing was Rewards Canada's best credit card rankings, or top credit card rankings. We released our 16th annual, that's right, our 16th already top travel rewards credit card. So that looks at just travel rewards credit cards, and our 8th annual cash back. So as long as you guys know, or if you've been following us for a long time, you know that we started out really just focused on travel, and then over the years grew into basically covering all loyalty programs. That's why there's even cashback rankings for now for 8 years or so. Yeah, I won't go into huge detail into this episode because, as well, if you know, we always do a separate video for each of these rankings. So those will come out in the next few weeks here. So keep an eye on that. If you want more details, I go into more details into the factors and why we choose, or why I choose the cards that I do, and list them as the best, and give you tips about all of them and all that. But in a nutshell, there wasn't a lot of changes this year, especially on the travel side. I mean, the main thing was the discontinuation of the HSBC World Elite MasterCard, right? That was a card that ranked so well in the rankings. It was like number 4 overall, number 1 no effects fee card, and was it number 2 in the hybrid category, or was it number 3? I can't recall 2023 rankings now, but it definitely affected the rankings a bit. So a lot of cards moved up, some new cards moved in, thanks to that card disappearing from the market. Well, for new people, I mean, there's people who are grandfathered and still using the card. And on the cashback side, the only real big change there is that we actually added a new category. Some people were asking, it's like, you know what, you rank the top cashback cards, but we lumped them all together, the no fee and fee based. So we've added a no fee cashback credit card category. So there's you have a fee based category and no fee based. So across all of this, the travel and cashback, we actually rank cards in 10 categories, which is quite a bit, it seems. I don't know if we can go any further. The only thing I can think of is like maybe a shopping card category or something. But other than that, I mean, there's really, once you get to too many categories, it's just too draining on people to read and figure out all this stuff, and you're really picking the nitty gritty between cards to say, oh, that this card's the best for this and this. It's kind of an overall thing. I think 10 cards, even I think I said this last year when we added the 2 more and made it 8 categories, that was pushing it. So now and that was 8 on travel, 1 in cashback, so 9 total. So now we have 10 in total, and I think that's I think if you go anything beyond that, it's a little too much for everybody out there. I mean, you have to do the research as yourself, as on a whole, and see what's the best card for you. And that's where these rankings, they're just a guideline to help you pick the best one. There's well over 200 cards in Canada. We're an oversaturated market in credit cards. So with these rankings, we're trying to help narrow it down, and you can research like, well, I'm going to pick 3 or 4 of the ones from your rankings, and then go see which one's the best for me. So I'll have the links below on the YouTube description and on our podcast page. Be sure to check out those rankings if you want to see the best travel rewards cards in Canada and the best cashback cards in Canada. But we'll continue this episode with even more credit card news. So in this past week, we saw a couple new credit card offers come out. The first one was the Scotia Passport Visa Infinite card. It has an excellent new increased bonus to 30,000 points plus the first year free. To get those 30,000 points, you only have to spend $1,000 over the course of 3 months. So it's one of the easiest bonuses to earn. I always mention that about the RBC Avion cards, that they're like the easiest. Well, this one's relatively easy. Yes, there's a spend requirement, but only $1,000 over 3 months. And you get those 30,000 points, which is worth $300 towards travel, groceries, home hardware, Cineplex movies, and Scene Plus dining partners. This is actually a really great bonus. The fact, that, I mean, $300 doesn't seem like a lot because there's cards that have quite a bit more in their welcome bonus value. But the fact that they've added the first year free to the card, this card gives you 6 airport lounge access passes every year. Those are $35 US each. So that's huge value right there. On top of that, $300 again, and that's you get those 6 passes every year. But then after year 2, you're paying $150 for the card and annual fee, unless you have a high enough banking account with Scotia that covers the fee for it, and you keep your your minimum balance high enough. You're not paying anything at all. So I mean, it's a good deal. So check it out. This is a great new offer on the Scotia Passport Visa Infinite card. It's available till July 1st, so you have time to research. Like I said, research and find out if it's the right card for you. But I'll tell you, it's a really good one. I've always said this is one of the most well-rounded travel rewards cards in Canada because it has great insurance, has the lounge access, has decent earn rates. It's not the highest earning card for Scene Plus points or travel points in Canada. But then it also has no foreign transaction fees. So it's, in terms of, it's kind of got the middle ground of everything, but it gives you everything. It doesn't give you one or the other. It gives you everything. So if you're looking for an extremely well-rounded card, this is one to check out, the Scotia Passport and Visa Infinite card. And then the other increased welcome bonus that we saw this week was on the TD First Class Travel Visa Infinite card. It's back up to its best ever bonus of 135,000 points plus your first year free. To get that bonus, you get 20,000 points when you make your first purchase on the card, and then another 115,000 points when you spend 5,000 within 180 days, or about 6 months. So that's a little bit of a high. I mean, 5,000 over 6 months, still under $1,000 a month. So not a huge deal for the type of people who should be applying for this card because of the income requirements. You should be able to afford to spend that much. Higher than the Scotia Passport, of course, in terms of how much spend. But you're also getting more value out of it. This 115,000 points plus the 20,000, because you 135,000 points within 6 months. That's $675 worth of travel if you redeem it via Expedia for TD. $540 towards any travel you book. So if you want to go and book an Air Canada flight direct with Air Canada, WestJet, you name it, any travel operator out there, and you redeem the points against the charge, that's $540. So still a really decent. So that's what I was saying about the Scotia Infinite. Their $300 bonus isn't as high as the others, but you get all those lounge passes and everything. And one thing I've said about the TD First Class Visa Infinite card is it has the name First Class in it, but it really doesn't have any first class benefits, like not even lounge access. So it's kind of a misnomer there in terms of the name of the card, but still, it's an excellent card. We rank it 5th overall in the travel points category, so it is one of the better cards out there. The fact that it's first year free and you get a big bonus for it, check it out. Another good one to check out. The other 2 card changes this week, unfortunately, were ones that were decreased, and those were the TD Aeroplan Visa cards. The Visa Infinite dropped to 40,000 points from 50,000 points. It's still first year free. And the Visa Infinite Privilege, TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege, that is, dropped from 100,000 down to 75,000 points. And they increased the spend requirements on the Infinite Privilege. So hopefully you heeded all those posts that I put up in December. If you've been following Rewards Canada long enough, if there's a sudden onslaught of posts, and these ones I even said that these aren't being extended. I mean, I can't tell you whether the offer is going up or down, but for the most part, if I'm saying they're not being extended, that means they're going down. And so hopefully, if you had your eyes on this card, that you did jump on it or any one of these cards, that you jumped on them during December and applied and got them because, now they're lower bonuses. The good news out of this is it's only 2 months. It's only till March 4th. So fingers crossed that, they see that maybe the numbers aren't there, and that March 4th we see the bonuses jump up. I mean, they can always jump down too, or drop down, not jump. So there's always that possibility that, we may see them go down even further March 4th or March 5th when the new offers come out. Again, we get pretty far ahead notice of new offers. So if you see a sudden surge of posts on TD Aeroplan cards come February, then chances are it's going down. If you see us not discuss it very much, then that means the chances are they're going up or staying the same. So that's all I can really tell you. I can't go into more detail than that. But that's all the credit card news over the past 2 weeks. Let's jump into loyalty programs, so like bonuses and news and all that stuff. So the big thing, this hasn't been officially announced because they said there's going to be a press release coming out according to the terms and conditions, but I haven't seen a press release. But RBC Avion Rewards Select is the one category where you can join the program without being an RBC client. So any Canadian can join the program without being an RBC client for RBC Avion Select. And so the news that came out, I'll put a link to it below so you can read more about it, is that they've finally added the points earning option. And now what's interesting about this is the points earning option for Avion Select is exactly the same as Air Miles card linked offer. So you've heard us talk about the card linked offer. So it's where you link any credit card to the app, And then so when you use that credit card to spend at a place, you're going to get points for it. So it's just like the Air Miles thing. And that's how points are earned in Avion Rewards Select. So they've kind of split it. I thought you'd be earning points on their online shopping mall, but they've kept that as just cash back. And this card-linked offers is where you earn points, and you also have card-linked cashback offers. They both there. So you have a chance to do either or actually I shouldn't say either or, but and or. Basically, because there's offers that are specific to points and there's offers that are specific to cash back. You can't choose either, two types of rewards for one type of offer. So this is huge. They're taking Air Miles head on here, because RBC did say that they want Avion Select to be, basically the loyalty program of choice for Canadians. And so that's the first step here, is this card linked offer. And so with the points, they have also launched the travel redemption options for these. So you don't even have to have an Avion Rewards or Ion card anymore. You can now redeem these points you earn through here towards any travel booked through them. It's run through Expedia, just like Avion Rewards for the elite and premium members. The redemption rate's 172 points to $1, or 58 cents point, or 0.58 cents per point. So just a little over half a cent per point. And now, like I said in the blog post, and you can read that for more details, the points earnings offers I saw weren't, they're nothing big, but there's something, right? They're there. So if you're ever going to, I don't know if you'll ever earn enough points through Avion Select to redeem fully for travel, but you can redeem, partial redemption. So you can use that as a discount towards travel through them. And of course, if you're an Avion Elite or a premium member, you can transfer these points over. At least that's what RBC told me, or they're going to lump into the same pool. Because I did notice when you're on the app, it says your Avion Core Rewards account. And I'm just a Select member. I don't have an Avion card, but it said Avion Core. So it is possible that if you link other cards through Avion Rewards in the app, that you're going to just add your points to your core account. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe if somebody else who's watching this has an Avion Infinite or Infinite Privilege, Platinum, you name it, or Ion, if you guys can try this out and connect and see if this works, definitely let me know, and I can update this in a future video and future blog post to cover this. But yeah, so that's big news. So Avion Rewards Select tier, which is their lowest tier, now has card-linked offers, just like Air Miles. Oh, and I almost forgot the big thing about this is you can link any cards except for RBC cards. It can be MasterCard, it can be Visa, it can be American Express. So Air Miles, unfortunately, is only MasterCards, right? You can only link MasterCards with Air Miles. So I've already linked all my American Express cards. I tested it out. They're all there. It was super easy to link. Yeah, so now I'm going to earn Avion Rewards points when I use my Amex cards at certain retailers. I mean, I missed out. There was an offer when I posted this for McDonald's, but it was just, it ended literally the day after I posted this. So I didn't have a chance to go and, put my McDonald's purchase on a Cobalt card and then see if I got the Avion Rewards points. But I'll keep an eye on that. If another offer comes up that I know I'll use, I'm going to pay for it with my Amex card, and I'll let you know as soon as the points post, with their card linked offers. So that's the big one. So RBC Avion Select, now you can earn points. Link pretty much any card. They said over 200, I think it's over 230 Canadian institutions that you can link cards from. So this is big. This is good. Good for RBC Avion Rewards Select here. Continuing on now, more loyalty program news. The latest Air France KLM promo rewards came out. They launched on the 2nd because first was a holiday. They forgot to add Montreal, so we reached out to them. They added Montreal. I think this happened last month too, where they didn't load any of the offers until we reached out to them. So Montreal was loaded now, but great deals. 25% off Montreal and Ottawa. In business class to Europe, North Africa, and Turkey. So those start at 37,500 miles one way, unmatched, unbeatable, amazing deal if you can find availability. I did post some availability ideas on the blog post. You can check that out. And then the other route, the third city is Toronto, and that's economy class. So those start at 15,000 miles one way. Again, a great deal for economy class. So check those out. The Air France KLM promo rewards for January, and they're good for travel to the end of June. So this is, you get even into the summer season, you can be traveling on these low rates as long as you find availability. The next bonus, or the loyalty program bonus, Air Canada has a worldwide seat sale going on only until January 9th. So if you're watching this before January 9th, take heed. You can earn up to 10,000 bonus Aeroplan points when you book flights during the seat sale. The bonus is 2,000 points in economy class, 4,000 for business class for Canada, US, sun destinations like Caribbean, Mexico, and then 5,000 points for economy class for international. So that's Europe, Asia Pacific, and South America. 10,000 points for premium economy or business class to those international destinations. There's no mention of Africa, so it looks like Algiers, Casablanca are not included unless they're throwing them in under Europe. But I mean, technically the terms and conditions do not specify Africa, so I have said that you cannot earn the bonus on those cities, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But according to terms and conditions, you shouldn't be able to. So check that out. It has to be booked by January 9th. So of course, this video is being posted January 5th, so you only have three-four days to book those flights. Continuing on now, more bonuses. The Moxy Halifax Downtown is offering, as a grand opening bonus, 3,000 bonus points per stay. So this is the first Moxy Hotels by Marriott location in Canada. We've been tracking this for over 3 years on Rewards Canada, because the first one that was ever mentioned was the Moxy Banff. And then Moxy Halifax got announced after that. But then, Moxy Banff was saying they were going to be the first one in Canada, and then it switched to Moxy Halifax, and then back to Banff, and then back to Halifax, and now it stayed Halifax. And it is going to be Halifax based on their opening dates, because the Moxy Halifax is set to open January 26th, and you can, right from that day, earn these 3,000 bonus points per stay until the end of March. And we have now learned that the Moxy Banff will not be opening until February 29th. So congratulations to the location in Halifax. Looks like you are going to be the first Moxy hotel in Canada. Next up, a couple new route offers, and the key thing about these is about being able to earn and redeem points for them. ITA, or ITA, I believe they pronounce it ITA Airways, the Italian carrier that took over from Alitalia, has finally got approval and announced that you can book their flights from Toronto to Rome. This was announced back in October that they were planning this. All approvals are in. You can now book flights. They're officially bookable. Their flights between Toronto and Rome are now bookable. They're SkyTeam members, so you can use SkyTeam miles or points from various airlines. The best, of course, being Air France KLM Flying Blue. I put up in the blog post some of the availability and costs. It's a little higher than actually traveling on Air France KLM if you want to connect through Paris or Amsterdam. But the fees are a lot lower. So you can run the numbers, see what works out better for you. I mean, if you need a direct flight, between Toronto and Rome, then this is the option to look at. So take that into consideration. So yeah, so they're starting their new Toronto to Rome flights in May. And then the other one is Condor Airlines is returning to Alberta with flights to Calgary and Edmonton. It's been a few years since they did Calgary, but they're both coming back, these routes. Calgary wasn't since, I believe, 2019. So both routes are coming back with flights to Frankfurt, just two flights per week from each city, and they are bookable with Alaska Airlines Mileage Plan miles. I mean, that Condor's always advertised their kind of loyalty program as being Alaska Airlines Mileage Plan. Some really good deals there. If you can find availability to use your Mileage Plan miles from. You can also use Emirates Skywards miles, but not as many of us are collecting those as Mileage Plan miles. So something to consider. And yeah, hopefully we do see that MBNA to Alaska conversion come before this, because these Condor flights don't start till late May, June. So if we get that MBNA Alaska conversion here soon, that's going to be a killer deal. Redeeming your MBNA rewards points to Alaska for these Condor flights, and of course any other One World flights in that. So so good news on all those routes. Toronto getting Rome direct with ITA Airways, or Calgary and Edmonton in Alberta getting those returning flights to Frankfurt on Condor, which you can use Mileage Plan miles. And and the thing is, Condor was always considered kind of a charter carrier. They're not charter anymore really, but they actually have a really good business class, a great business class in their plane. So if you can, find availability and redeem your Mileage Plan miles there for that business class, definitely check it out. And that's really all we have for this week in rewards, covering the last 2 weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and I will talk to you guys next week.